Hey guys, this is my 1983 Trans Am. It was actually originally a 305 Crossfire injection motor with a 700 R4, and now I have a LS 5.3 liter out of a 2000 Tahoe in it. And I just kind of wanted to do a starter video just for some history, and there's a lot of stuff I missed that won't be in some videos that I'm already done with. So anyways, the history on the car is I got it back in about 2012, and originally the first time I ever rode in the car was actually in 2004 or 3-ish. My brother, this was his first car when he was 16. He didn't drive it very long, and the motor actually went out. So he actually had plans to put a 383 stroker in it with his dad, and he passed away in 2008. So I luckily got the car. I've always liked third gens, so when I found out that he would sell me the car, I jumped all over it. So and it was actually the very first Trans Am I ever rode in, and probably one of the only ones. I've only rode in a couple of them anyways. So I got the car back in about 2012. He passed away in 2008, and it had been sitting in the garage since he was 16. So that was good. It was stored, and anyways, I got it just with the transmission. It was out of Kansas, so I had to go get it, and I wanted to just get it running as soon as possible. So I was just asking people. I was like, hey, what should I do? What's the easiest way to get this thing back on the road? I want to drive it. And I did some trading for a 350, and I was going to do a carbureted 350 on it. That motor ended up having a bent rod, cracked piston, so I bought a whole new rotating assembly to make it into a 383 stroker. Bought all that stuff, and life happened, and I didn't touch it for a couple of years. Bought a house, got married, all that kind of stuff. So I got the car back to my house, had the motor here, and there was always just something to prevent me from doing it. And I always wanted to do an LS1. I just knew that there's no way I'd be able to afford to do that. Well, anyways, I heard about these LS motors and about how similar they are to the LS1, and my buddy was telling me about it, so he talked me into doing this swap because he's going to do the same thing in his Chevelle. So anyways, I sold all my 383 stuff, and I went to a salvage, and I found a 2000 Tahoe. It actually had a rare option. It had the drive-by wire throttle body on a 2000 Tahoe, which is like unheard of. So I swapped it out at the salvage. Well, anyways, I pulled the transmission, got the wiring harness, the computer, $550. Brought it home, put it on, separated the transmission and put it on the engine stand, hooked up the wiring harness and got a battery and filled it up with oil, and got it fired up, and it ran good. So I wanted to go and tear into it and see the bearings on it, because I had to change the oil pan either way. So I got in there, the bearings were a little wore, so I decided while I'm here, I'm just going to go ahead and rebuild this just to feel better about the build. So I put new piston rings, new cam bearings, new main bearings, new rod bearings, new seals in the heads, and anyways, I put it all back together. I ripped apart this entire firewall, everything on it, got rid of everything, welded up the holes in the fender wells, because I'm not going to have the radiator overflow or the windshield wiper fluid reservoir. I'm going to hide both of those. So I got it all painted, got the motor put in after I notched the K-member, and I'll have a video on that. I don't think I could ever find an actual video on notching one of these K-members for a third gen, so that'll be cool. Anyways, so this car, like I said, it's 1983. It's loaded. It has 4-wheel disc brakes. It has T-tops. It has all the options I believe that they came with. It has the power hatch and all that good stuff. So I guess I'll get you guys a closer look at what I've done so far to this motor. So just cosmetically to it, basically I do a lot of powder coating. So I actually powder coated these valve covers, and I put the Trans Am logo on there. I just that's just the aluminum underneath it. I shaved that truck intake and painted it to match the firewall and all that. Powder coated the brackets with the chrome powder coat. Polished the alternator. Polished the water pump. Any brackets I tried to powder coat. There's hardly any actual paint on this motor. Oil pans powder coated red. You can't really see it down there. Powder coated the coil brackets, chrome. Well, anyways, if you have any questions about any of that stuff that I've done already, just ask. And I'm doing these videos for advice and also informative, because there's a lot of stuff out there about these third gens and these swaps, and a lot of them are startups. And I'm gonna try to do more than that. So I'm doing the wiring harness and stuff. I'm not gonna do a video on how to take the wires out of the harness. There's plenty of those out there. So, but maybe actually where I'm tying it into the car, I'll probably try to do something on that. Let me know if there's something you guys want me to track or follow that I haven't already done. I already said that the notch in that K member, that'll be in a video. Yeah, wish I could show you guys the actual car, but you can't really see it in here. It's overall, it's in pretty good condition. So anyways, comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think.